I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist. No stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Rose petals at your feet. Never know when flowers coming when you round me. Waking up to love letters when you round me. Always thinking of you, off of you cause you my queen. Classic. I'm only gonna do this once.
You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah.
What up, chat? 333, let's go.
Treat me like these other niggas, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other, I only take the high road, I know how it goes. You barely even smoke, but you a drinker for show, so we get low. And that's every damn weekend. Different type of drugs, got you feeling like the weekend. And it only brings us closer, cause the world is way too big, and sometimes we lose control. I know, like you know, it's all a fucking game. Ain't no need to be ashamed, it's just the way that we play, so let's get lifted. Your presence is essential, baby girl, I'm feeling gifted. Did I forget to mention, oh girl, I love your style. Shorty, won't you stay a while? I promise I can break it down. Got the keys that you need to your fantasies and more. Louis Gucci Couture, I promise that I got you, that's for sure. Yeah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas. No.
I present to you the ladies.
You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas. No. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas. No. You ain't gotta treat me like these other, no.
I don't sing, but
you ain't gotta treat me like the mothers. I ain't nothing like the mothers, baby.
I try for you.
I won't ever treat you like the mothers. You ain't nothing like the mothers, baby.
R&B class,
You ain't gotta treat me like the mothers. I ain't nothing like the mothers, baby. And I won't ever treat you like the mothers. You ain't nothing like the mothers, baby.
Let's get it.
I'm trying to show you a different type of loving. Trying to stick this pop up in your pudding. Lick you like a letter from your header to your footer. Just to let you know that you ain't dealing with no rookie. Carry you across the puddle, console you during struggles. Hover you in the rain. Girl, I'm your umbrella. Yeah, I'm here for you. I keep everything classic, but in the bedroom, you keep everything savage. Finally found someone who your equal. I love you for your brain. Yeah, I'm talking cerebral. These others is fake, these others see through. When I look you in your face, girl, I feel like I see you. These emotions are real, it feel different. We both fly, we appeal different. Netflix and chill different. I tell anybody who will listen. Honeymoon phase been past and I'm still like these other niggas, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like classic.
Yo, it's Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got a beautiful panel of ladies here for the Queen Codes. Ladies, if y'all will, say hello to the chat. They've been waiting on you. What up? Y'all can unmute yourselves. What's going on, ladies?
What's going on, chat? What's going on? Hi, ladies.
Yeah. We here. So we have Miss Kira with us. We have Mona Lisa with us. We have Sunny with us. We have Tasha with us. We have Ray with us, and we should have Momo joining us here shortly. So we got a full panel of ladies, and I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time. I promise not to keep y'all too long.
Classic.
All right, everybody that's here, do all the free stuff for me. Ladies, y'all can mute yourselves back up. Everybody do all the free stuff for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Oh, and somebody said, forget free, I came to pay. What's going on? Shout out to the super chat. Early Souls of Thought, $9.99. We here. He said, put the paint in here. Yeah, let's get it going. Yeah. It's all good. Appreciate you, Norris. Appreciate you kicking that off. Souls of Thought in the building. We got the live show coming up February 13th. Anybody in the Chicagoland area, tap into Eventbrite. Link right there in the chat for you. Go get your tickets, man. Roxy, what's going on? So listen, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. It's been about a month and some change since we did our last Queen Code, so I'm glad that we got a full panel here, and I got great discussion for y'all. We're going to not waste any time. The ladies here are interested in chomping at the bit to see what we're talking about, because I didn't send them any type of prerequisite or any preliminary information, so they will be ambushed here live tonight. But we're going to start off with an icebreaker. This was actually sent over. I believe Kira sent this to me. We started with an icebreaker. We're going to slide over to Instagram real quick and tap in with this brother. We're going to ask the question, is this manipulation or strategy? Okay, that is going to be how we're looking at this. Let's see. So this gentleman here is trying to figure out where to take his woman to eat. And this is the game plan he follows. Let's get it. Oh, no sound. Where we at?
Get some meat without it taking that.
Here we go. It's muted by default.
Where they want to go get some meat without it taking the act of Congress. Watch. Keep going.
It's getting windy.
Baby.
Getting windy.
What's up?
Hey, babe. You ready?
Yep. Before we go,
Yes.
I bet that you can't guess 3 chairs. I give you 3 chairs.
3?
That you can't guess where we about to go.
Somewhere to eat, right?
Yep.
Okay. Riverside downtown?
God damn, that's good. You got it. You got it. Yep. All right, let's go.
Right, let's go.
Riverside, we up, boy. That's pretty good.
Here we
Buckle
go.
up, baby. Buckle up.
Easy peasy, he said. Easy peasy. All right, so I want to ask the ladies, y'all can unmute yourselves for me. We're going to start off, since Kira's the closest to me. Kira, is this manipulation or good strategy?
This is great strategy.
Okay. We're going to start with the short answers. I'm going to circle back to you. Good manipulation or good strategy? Lisa?
I mean, it's manipulation, but it's a damn good strategy.
Okay. Sunny, manipulation or good strategy?
It's a good strategy.
Okay, Tasha, same question. Manipulation or good strategy?
Good strategy.
And Ray, manipulation or good strategy?
It's definitely a good strategy.
So is it fair to say y'all cool with being manipulated if y'all getting what y'all want out of it? Talk to me. Anybody can answer.
You just asked us if it was manipulation or strategy. If we chose strategy, then it's not manipulation. So we're not being manipulated.
I think, well, Lisa said it's both, right? So okay. You're right.
I don't consider that manipulation, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't consider it manipulation either, because we basically just picked where we wanted to go, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just good strategy.
Okay. That's interesting, because if he would have asked, babe, what you want to eat, what would have been the answer he got?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, what you got a taste for?
Yes.
Yeah.
So exactly. So so by him taking a different approach, it's not manipulative at all?
Right. That was
I don't
good
think
strategy.
so.
Okay.
I don't think so. To me, it's just like if he was having a conversation and was asking her open-ended questions about the things that she liked and broached the subject of food, and then just went out and found a restaurant that served those types of food. I don't think that's manipulation. I think it was a good strategy personally. I don't see how he was manipulating her to do something she didn't want to do. I guess I'm looking at it like that.
Okay.
I mean, manipulation, you don't have to look at it as a bad thing, right? So, because you said he wasn't manipulating her to do something that he didn't want her to do. Like, you can.
I guess intent matters. That's fair.
You know.
So we have some people saying strategy, not manipulation. But if he would have asked a different question, he would have got a different answer. So by him, okay. I think, okay, so look, we're going to get to the bottom of this real quick.
Nah, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this real quick.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's been manipulated once or twice.
For sure.
Of course.
You know, it is what it is what it is. I'm cool with it. What we going to eat?
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. I think the code that we cracking here is that manipulation don't always have to be negative. We just look at it that way because I think the factual answer is that it's both. It's a great strategy. It's a great strategy of manipulation, but it's for a benefit, right? Because I just looked up the definition real quick to crack the code. The action of manipulating something in a skillful manner. That's manipulation. The action of manipulating someone in a clever or unscrupulous way. But it doesn't say manipulating them to do something, bad. Necessarily. So I guess the same way y'all coming out in some lingerie and just walking past them to the kitchen, knowing that's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's pretty obvious. If I want to catch you in the kitchen, it's not like this is my everyday pajama wear.
Right, but it's a great strategy. You know what I'm saying? So I think we cracked the code on that. Well, let's go to the chat real quick before we move off the icebreaker. Souls of Thought welcoming y'all in. He said, Kira, Tasha, welcome. Lisa and Ray was good. Lisa said, what's up back to him. Souls of Thought said, y'all show the women some love. Men, every man in here, $2 to $5. Let's go. He telling them go on, hit that collection plate. I seen this before. Hey, that's a life hack. Roxy said that's a life hack. He cracked the code. Yeah, that's how many times is it gonna work though? He got to come up with another one. Roxy said, I don't feel like it's manipulation if it's benefiting both. Okay. The lovely Chanel. What's going on, Chanel? She sent y'all love. Miles Bachelor. Manipulation is a short play. Strategy is the long game. Miles coming through with the wisdom. Failed. Welcome to the chat. Lie, deny, and manipulate. Oh, okay. Roxy said, I believe he delegated for her to pick in different kind of way of doing it rather than letting it get difficult and blown out of proportion. It's letting the boss delegate. I feel that. Smooth operator. Fail. Yeah, for sure. Welcome, ladies. Miles said, what's up to y'all? All right. So we're going to move off of the icebreaker, manipulation or strategy. I think we cracked the code on this one. So before I get into the fun stuff with the questions, we're going to go straight into something a little bit heavy. Dr. Umar. Yeah. Off the great doctor. Yeah. This was sent over by which one of the ladies? Which one of y'all sent me this? This was by y'all.
Oh, Lord, before we move forward. What was that said, oh, Lord? I just wanted to hear who said that.
I did.
Who was that? Oh, you don't like Dr. Umar?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm not a fan, but I understand broken clocks are twice, right? At least twice a day.
And don't shoot the messenger.
No, not at all.
It's about to get good, I see. Okay, so look, the conversation is age-old. I'm going to let Umar get into it only the way Umar can, and then we're going to talk about it. I want y'all to be honest up here because there's a lot of men that come to the chat for the Queen Code to learn from y'all. Y'all will be surprised. So keep it all the way real. It's about a 5-minute video, so y'all lock in because I'm only going to play it once. Let's get it.
Listen, black women love me. I love black women. I don't hear no bunch of arguments. But here's the question I would have to any black man who maligns and denigrates black women to justify dating white. First of all, you were going to date white even if you were treated well. because your abhorrence for black women is not just about how she treated you. Your abhorrence to black women is about the fact you always wanted a white one. You're just using her as the excuse for why you are there.
Right.
We've all been mistreated before by women.
Period.
But I never abandoned them.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
You wanted white women anyway.
Yes.
You're just using black women as the excuse. And this is how I explain it. Who has mistreated the black man more? The black woman or the white man? There is no black man in America who can say, I've been mistreated more by black women than white men. You a damn lie.
Right.
Who locked you up?
Right.
Who miseducated?
Right.
Who fired you? Who won't give you a job? You understand?
Yes.
Most of the black man's problems in America were caused by the white man, not the black woman. Why you don't have the same smoke for him?
Yeah, and that's
why you don't have the same smoke for America that you have for the black woman. If it's purely about how you've been treated, you should be way more angry at white men than black women.
That's a whole fact.
It's because you love white people. And having sex with that white woman is the way you try to psychologically prove to yourself that you're equal to her white man.
Right. And the scapegoat is,
look, Shannon Sharp and Terrell Owens said, when I went to school, black girls called me ugly.
What?
Shannon Sharp and Terrell Owens, when I was young, going through school, black women called me ugly, right? But Shannon Sharp, you let a 19-year-old snow bunny put a dog leash around your damn neck and walk you around calling you monkeys and apes and the N-word. So you mean to tell me you don't date black women because they called you ugly when you was a child? But you'll let a white woman dog walk your ass butt naked around her bedroom, calling you every monkey and ape and N-word there can be. But it's okay when the white woman disrespects me. It's okay for the white woman to put a dog collar around my neck and call me the N-word. It's okay for the white woman to put a dog collar around my neck and force me to engage in racist sexual play. But if a black girl calls me ugly, I'll never date one again.
Yeah, don't make
But a
sense.
white woman could dog walk me butt naked and call me an ape and a gorilla and an N-word. And it's perfectly fine. You a goddamn hypocrite.
Yeah.
You hate yourself and you hate black women. Stop making excuses.
right. And sometimes it feels like that they don't hate black. They just feel like they hate what a black woman had to be. A lot of times black women are kicked into survival mode. So sometimes that
we are responsible for how they are. They say, I like the white woman because she's passive, she's docile, she's feminine, she's supportive, she allows me to lead. You know why? Because she don't need you for anything, idiot. The white woman needs nothing from the black man. Let me say it again. The white woman needs nothing from the black man. Let me say it one more time. The white woman needs nothing from the black man. And when she's tired of you, she'll just accuse you of rape or get a divorce and take half your damn bag.
Right.
Shannon Sharp about to pay this white girl $25,000 per cheek.
And she looked like 2013 Steve Nash.
Look like a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah,
and you're going to pay her $25,000 for an ass cheek she don't even have.
Man, she looked like she needed to be passing the sodomite.
And then they got the nerve to be calling black women gold diggers. Well, if black women are the gold diggers alone, show me an OnlyFans model. Show me a black OnlyFans model who about to get $25,000 a cheek.
Right.
And them sisters got fat asses.
They worth the 25.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You talk about center buns.
Listen.
They got the center buns,
Man.
and they not getting 25 grand a cheek.
I'm looking at
This white girl ain't got no backside, and you're about to give her 25 grand a cheek because it wasn't about the body. It wasn't about the looks.
It was the craving.
It was about the color of the flesh. This is about whiteness. I want proximity to whiteness.
Do you think, Shannon?
The closer I am to white people, the better I feel about myself.
So you think Shannon Sharp? Because I sometimes think that it's the activity.
All right, ladies, let's talk. Let's keep it all the way a stack. I'm gonna ask this question initially. Let's see. What narratives come to mind when you see a black man choose a white woman, and where do you think those narratives come from? Let's go from the bottom. Let's go from the bottom up this time. So Ray, talk to me first. Yep. What narratives come to mind when you see a black man choose a white woman, and where do you think those narratives come from?
I think it was made pretty clear in this video. I think like he said, self-hate.
Okay, so that's the first thing that come to mind is like somehow that black man don't love something about himself, like his blackness himself.
Correct.
And is that how you naturally feel, or do you feel like that's what you were told to feel?
No, that's how I naturally feel.
Got you. Just making sure. Let me see, and then let's go to Tasha. Talk to me, Tasha. What narrative comes to mind when you see a black man choose a white woman, and where do you think those narratives come from? You on mute. Unmute yourself for me.
I would agree with Ray, self-hate and weakness as well when he chooses a white woman over a black woman, because we are indeed stronger, so he have to have something within himself to choose a white woman. So
okay. Let's go like this. Okay, Sonny, talk to me.
Very good question. I think this is a bit multifaceted for me. So the first thing I think about is that there is a level, not necessarily of self-hate, but there has been a level of rejection from, or what they feel is rejection from black women, right? Like Shannon Sharp, all the black girls called him ugly when, he was in school or whatever, right? So they feel rejected. So therefore they go to a place where they feel accepted, right? White women may have accepted him just as he was, and he felt comfortable with that. So that's what he stayed with. The other thing I see is that, especially if they've reached a certain status in life, it's just the socioeconomic aspect of it is that it's more accepted, right? I'm more accepted in certain circles if the woman with me looks like the vast majority of that populace in that socioeconomic status, if that makes sense. And the last part of it that I'll say is that it is a part of just self-hate, but probably even a little bit deeper. There's a disdain for their mother that may be there as well. So you reject those things that you dislike or caused you hurt or some type of harm mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally as you were growing up. So therefore you accept the thing that's opposite of that, hoping that you would get away from that. And with that, I'll land.
Okay. Kira, I'm coming to you next after Black Mona. Black Mona, can you unmute yourself? And the question here, what narrative comes to mind when you see a black man choose a white woman? And where do you think those narratives come from?
I think that the narrative that pops in my mind is that Black women are difficult, which is why they choose white women. Black women are difficult. I don't know so much that it's self-hate, but where that idea would come from, or where that narrative would come from, I think that it's society, what the masses say about Black women, how we are looked at, or even how maybe we interact and carry ourselves. I think that's the narrative for me, in my opinion, that comes to mind over everything else outside of like the self-hate and stuff. I don't know that it really has to do with self-hate. I don't know that.
I always find that perspective interesting, where they say it's because of how Black women act and how we are portrayed in society, but I have seen white women act, I guess, in kind to what they say Black women do. I see the same poor behaviors, and I'm seeing just the same level of degeneracy coming from white women. So I always found that perspective interesting to say that we, and I do agree with you. I think a part of them are convinced that if they go to a white woman, that there's a level of she's going to be more accepting, or not accepting, but more submissive, because you hear a lot of men talk about submissiveness, that she's going to submit to more of what his leadership versus what a Black woman would do. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can agree with that. I'm sorry.
No, y'all good. We gonna let you. I'm gonna let y'all expound. I want to get Kira's take on it. Am I saying it right, Kira?
Yeah, Kira.
Okay. Yeah.
So, for me, I'm well aware of those perspectives, but for me, when I look at Black men who date outside their race, I just think that's just what they're attracted to. Like, I think people dismiss like first physical attract, like what people are attracted to, like when choosing who they're with. Like, I know what I am not attracted to and what I won't choose, you know what I mean? But what about those who are they're just attracted to, what they attracted to? Like,
Yeah.
I think in some, like, I am very aware of like some people who choose to date outside their race, it goes deep for them. But for some people, they just think that, they find that person attractive.
Okay.
I can agree to disagree with that sentiment. I think it's and I've heard this perspective as well. Like, sometimes it's proximity, if you raise your child in a predominantly white area, that is all they have access to, right? So they have now acclimated into a predominantly white area, or into multicultural area, and they may not have the same proximity to Black women as they would a Spanish woman or a white woman, or, some other ethnicity or race. So I can understand that. I can get that, but I still think, if you really think about this from the foundation, right? Every Black person is born to a Black mother and a Black father, right? Unless they're mixed. So you have to, I think about it from the perspective of what happened, because I think everything has a historical foundation. So what happened within that household to even make them think that is still a better choice, right? With looks, with all of that, with regards to dating them, to choosing them over, someone who looks like their mother or look like their father.
Yeah, I could agree with that to some degree, but I no matter where you go, wherever there's a plethora of options, especially like kind of like what you said, like, and if that's all they have access to. But when you go into these areas, like in the cities where it's like you have Black, Spanish, white, it's people are just attracted to what they attracted to. And I feel like it's a beautiful thing to actually see. I know in certain instances I wouldn't be able to do it because like cultural differences is very important to me. But like to see two people from two completely different backgrounds come together and make something dope, it's actually beautiful to see. Like, and I get it, like I said, in certain instances, people do have some deep-rooted issues. Yes, I do agree with that. And it shows. But the ones who genuinely like who they like and who are attracted to who they attracted to, it's some real chemistry happening, and I love to see it.
So what do you think about the perspective when people say, well, Black girls aren't into anime, or, some other what atypically wouldn't be familiar in Black culture, right? And I've heard this argument before, well, I'm into anime, or I'm into like IT or some other, or I can't think of all the other stuff, but I'm into things that are not atypically, familiar within Black culture. So therefore, because I'm in this space, and I want to kind of get into to kind of continue on with this thing that I like. Therefore, I'm going to date what's in that space, right?
So in that instance, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But in that instance, I feel like the ones who feel like they have to over explain why they're in their situation is the ones who have those deeply rooted issues. Because it's Black women everywhere. It's Black women in anime. There's Black women in skateboarding. There's we everywhere. Like, so the ones who feel like they have to over explain are the ones who I'm looking at you side eye because you got some issues you got to work on. Like they make themselves, like you can see it, like they wear it because they're insecure about it. But the ones who are, the ones who are genuinely in that space, I got some really, 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 I'm speaking from a personal standpoint. Like it is some real chemistry happening. And for the ones who are, especially like Black women, sometimes it's hard for us to kind of like accept certain things. Especially in progression, like sometimes it's hard for us to accept certain things. It's some dope couples out there that are in, some of my closest friends. I never would have thought they would be as close to me as they are because of the way that I was raised. But it's and just like with everybody else, you can't trust everybody 100%, so yeah.
So we got some follow-up questions from the chat. I like the commentary. I like the difference in perspectives. That's truly why we are here, because we want to understand how people think different from one person to another. But Souls of Thought asks, first off, before we do that, let's get to this money, all right? So Kira, you just made $10. You need to send me your Cash App. Souls of Thought said Cash App is to Kira for me. Money, yeah. So they shoot me your Cash App. I'll send that to you. Let's see. He asked a question. He said, "What if they date both but chose who they love?" Speaking of,
I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with that, right? I mean, even within my own family, right? I have family members who have dated outside of their race. I don't have any issue with that. I just think it's something where when you date outside your race, I think you have to be hyper aware that there may be a disconnect in them understanding what you deal with on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis, as being a Black person in America. And I don't, when I talk to my children about this, when they got to an age where they wanted to date, I said, your partner has to have a level of understanding of what you're going to experience as a Black person within the US, right? And globally at this point. Do I care? No, because you have to live your life to a point where it brings you peace and you happiness. My like or dislike for who you choose to cohabitate with, partner with, has nothing to do with any of that. I was just giving that perspective just to kind of to give a different perspective. So, I think people who are in these spaces who date interracially or interethnically, if you will, I don't take any umbrage with that. I think because you hear more of, well, I chose this because Black women are bad, air quotes, right? Or I chose this because Black women are ghetto, or I chose this because Black women are this. I would rather just say, I chose this person because we have similar interests. You rarely hear that perspective. You rarely hear that point of view. You more so hear, well, I chose this person because they are, more submissive. She's going to do what I tell her to do, or, they like me and they're going to give me the world because I'm their Black queen or Black king or whatever. And I just think that's just such a poor representation of who Black women are versus who any other race is, because you can see that dynamic in any other ethnicity or race of woman. So I just wanted to clarify that.
I got you. So we got another question. Go ahead.
I think all of these narratives can be true, right? Everything that everyone said. like from what Kira said, what I said, what, you know, every woman on the panel, they can all be true. It's just depending on the person, right? Who's in the relationship. Like, you know, because the question was posed, what narratives come to mind, right?
Right.
So it's not just one specific thing. But, you know, I think that society to me dictates what we see the majority of. You know what I'm saying? Like what we hear the majority of. So
got you. We got one more question from the chat, and then I'm gonna read through some of the chats based on y'all commentary. Souls of Thought said, what if a black man has black kids, was married to a black woman, and have a great mother-son relationship, but then chose a white woman? What would y'all think if that was the setup?
What would be the circumstances for that?
I mean, that's just what it was, right? So he was married to a black woman, had children with her. His mother's black, had a great relationship with his mother, but all in all, it ended up outside of that marriage and with a white woman.
I mean, really, it doesn't matter. Just like Sonny said, as long as your excuse is a black woman, as long as that's not why you're with her, I don't see an issue with it.
Okay. What about the rest of y'all? What does that make y'all think? Like, what comes to mind when you see that type of scenario? All the women in the person's life black, probably got a black daughter in there, black wife, black mother, good relationship with the mom, but ultimately ends up with a white woman. Nothing really comes to mind.
Where is my food?
I mean,
it's on the way.
I mean, you know, I guess because that's so like not a thing that I just think of on a day-to-day basis. Like, why would he leave his, you know, I mean, Michael Jordan actually did that. Why would MJ leave his wife of, you know, 30 plus years and divorce her and then go marry a white woman and start a whole new family with her? I don't know. I mean, maybe there was something he wanted. Maybe there was something that there was a, you know, after so long, he's just like, listen, this is not working. And again, where he is in society, socioeconomically, maybe that was what was available to him. Mm-hmm. When you are a man of wealth and you're at a certain stem, and I'm not saying black women aren't there, right? But I'm just saying maybe that's what he found in that particular, his proximity to, you know, the women. Maybe that pool of women didn't have enough black women in it for him to choose another black woman. Maybe he just was like, you know, I'm tired of the dark meat and I want some white. Who knows? I mean, that's just the reality of the thing.
If that's what he was attracted to, that's what he was attracted to at the time. Maybe they had a really great connection. You never know the circumstances. Maybe they trauma bonded. Maybe, you know, it could be a multitude of things why he went that route. Yeah. But, you know, I don't see.
I mean, Shannon Sharp even had black children with black women. I don't know if he has all of his children about the same woman, but I know he does have his children are black women. He's even said that, but he chose. I don't think, and part of me doesn't think that Shannon just chose that young lady just simply because she was white. I think there was an age thing too. I don't know, but I mean, $50 million later.
This might be a question this might be a question for Google. But Shannon Sharp's kids, do you know how old they were and were they before or after his fame?
They were during his football career.
Yeah. So they grown now.
Yeah, they're adults.
Yeah. Yep. Juan said his kids are black, talking about Dr. Umar, I believe. Catillo said they feel, or is it a they feel, or is it a fact? That's two different things. People, yeah, we asking for perspective, so we know some of it's not fact based. Let's see, Sigma. Why deal with a masculine woman? Most black women take work to deal with. Okay, I'll let y'all respond. Give me a second. Let me burn through these. Katillo said, I'm out. LOL. Malika, what's up, chat? What up, Malika? Sigma says, y'all got to stop going for that mother card. Is lazy. We're not dating our mothers. Juan said, for real, though, it really is. Okay, they agreeing. Rigid, Sunny, real empathy. What up, Rigid? Mean. Snow White and Cinderella been black men's treasure, and the lust for white meat underneath is too numerous to measure. Funny as hell. What's that, a poem? Sniper said, depends on the situation. Sometimes men end up with white women due to past relationships. Sigma said, there's some of that, but it's more black women don't something for the most part like black men. I don't know what's supposed to be right there, though. Queens, creme de la creme, numero uno, top shelf. They showing you some love. What's up? What's up? Sniper said, it could be something new to them, a change of scenery. Mean said, Kira, the attraction goes further than deep penetration. Agreed, Kira. Let's see. Kelly Vlog. What up, Kelly? The reason simply varies from one black man to the next. Sniper said their environment matters also. That was what you just brought up. Let's see. Souls of Thought said, truly think you must have men speak on men, but love the difference in perspective. They like dog sex and like to be lied to and used up. Okay, she doesn't like white women. Roxy in the chat, hit the like button, get y'all algorithm blowing up with classic. Appreciate it, Roxy. Sigma said more BM are loyal, more black men are loyal to a fault for real. A lot of black women will put on a whole different type of behavior for a white man because they subconsciously feel black men are dispensable. Damn, Sigma. Got some heavy perspectives there. Late, but I'm here. Welcome. Miss said, it's a very small percentage who date outside of culture. Very small number, folks. That's very true, too, factually.
That's true.
Souls of Thought said, there is totally black anime groups. Oh, for sure. My cousin love anime. Exactly, Kira. Kelly. Let's see. Truck. What's going on, Truck Visor? Hope we getting you through the miles today. Black women call us lame. I made an app. I work on my computer all day. A black woman does not find that attractive. I'm not toting my gun or going to the club buying hella shoes. Okay, that's a heavy stereotype. So black women
you
only
need to
like.
slow down before I lose my train of thought. I'm trying to respond to two different comments at the same time.
You trying to okay? Which ones? Tell me which ones y'all want me to start.
This one right here, Truck Visor app. I think that's your proximity. I know that's your proximity. All black women are not attracted to gun-toting men, and whatever else you put on there, club goers and having all those shoes or whatever else. I think that's I'm not gonna say that. And then I sent you a response to whoever said black women are masculine. I want you to play that video for whoever said that.
Where you send to that? Instagram?
Yes.
I'll pull it up. Give me 1 second. Let me get through.
And while you're pulling it up, can I make a statement really quick?
Absolutely.
So when the black mother, and I'm stating this as a woman who's raised her children by herself. And I'm not, and Souls of Thought even stated that I'm speaking on black men. I never speak for black men because y'all can speak for yourself. But I need to make this clear. As a black woman who has raised a black son, I understand the impact that a black woman has on raising a young man in a household without a father. You don't have to like that perspective. You don't have to understand it. But I, as a woman, am speaking from a mother who raised a son in a single black household and understood and saw in real time what he went through, what he struggled with, and how that could impact him as he is now aging and getting older and now getting into a dating world. I absolutely see it from that perspective. I am going to tell you, when a young man sees a woman in prominent positions throughout his life, think about that, in home, at school, and all of these, at church, right? And all of these different facets, he creates a certain ideal about himself or doesn't create it. And now he's stuck in this place, right? And he's trying to figure that out. And there's a level of frustration that came with that. And he does look, and there is some pushback when the only strong person he's ever seen in his life is women, and predominantly Black women. So I'm not saying that to speak and say that men who just have a disdain for their mothers, just because I think that's a very catchy talking point. I know it because I've lived it and I've seen it in real time, and I understand the detriment that it has to raise a child, to raise a young man in a household with just a Black woman managing it, if you are leading that household, and understanding the struggles that he went through. And there is some part of him that didn't like that, right? And it felt better to change the outlook, that woman, if you will, to date someone that looks differently, to feel as though he has some level of leadership and strength, because when he was around a Black woman, he didn't feel that way, even though he was just a child. But I land there.
Okay. I'm gonna give y'all, as being the host and the only male in the conversation, I'm gonna give y'all a male POV before we close out, because I actually have a lot of great questions to ask, and I want to wrap this within 30 minutes. So we want to leave some room to talk about those things. I'm trying to chat. Super chats are guaranteed. It's a lot of y'all perspectives. I'm gonna put them up on the screen, but I'm not gonna be able to read them all because we got to get to the rest of the show. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. From a Black male's perspective, most Black men, we already acknowledge most Black men end up with Black women, so we know that's the case, right? But for the percentage, of Black men who do end up dating outside of Black women, they normally harbor a level of resentment towards Black women. For the most part, the roughly 15% of Black men who don't marry Black women generally wanted a Black woman. Like a Black woman was their default setting; it was their preference.
Thanks.
And they couldn't find one that acted according to what they want their wife to act like. I think a lot of men who date outside of Black women, which is again the minority, I have to keep reiterating for the playback, but those Black men generally find themselves in a situation where they start having a level of resentment for Black women, because it's like, damn, I kept trying, and all y'all wanted to do was, be difficult, be disagreeable, be this, be that. And it could be proximity based. It could be, what that person is attracting based on what they grew up around. It could be a lot of different things. But a lot of those men, they talk the way they talk about why they're not with a Black woman. They'll be like, oh, well, I'm with her because sisters ain't this, and it. It's because of resentment. And they start playing the probability versus possibility game. If I'm honest with y'all, it's a panel full of sisters. I'm being truthful because this is not a favorable thing, but it's the truth. If I, as a man, objectively speaking, if I have to pick an ethnicity of women and I'm looking for submissiveness and a woman to be my piece, and I want to go to the ethnicity where my probability is higher of running into a woman that's going to behave that way, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Black women is not going to be the first ethnicity I go to, objectively speaking. But that doesn't mean that you can't prefer Black women. It doesn't mean that you can't take the pros with the cons of Black women. I'm, pro Black women. I'm Black queens forever. But I do acknowledge that on average, if it's a room of 100 Black women, I'm looking at 85 of them like, you going to be difficult. Long-term relationship, you going to be difficult. And that's just the truth of the matter. Y'all can call it strength. Y'all can call it whatever y'all want. Word it how y'all want. Dress it up. You know what I'm saying? Put some salsa on it. Whatever y'all want to do. It's going to be a hard time dealing with you more so than Rebecca. It just is what it is. It's going to be a harder time dealing with you long term than it is with Guadalupe. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that has to do with a lot of different factors. So I don't even put it on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've dated women that were not Black, not white either, but just not Black. I've seen the difference. Like I've seen the difference between how a Hispanic mother handles her daughter in the presence of her daughter's man, and how a Black mother handles the daughter in the presence of a daughter's man. I'll give y'all an example. I have gone over to, when I was dating a Hispanic woman, went over to her house. I'm talking about her mom was literally teaching her in front of me how to be a wife. She's like, no, you have him sit right here in the big chair. And they slid the little footstool up under me, and I wasn't feeling well that day. Come on, baby. She pulled her in the kitchen. They making me tea, cutting me up fruit. I'm talking about nursing me back to health. And she's like, yeah, I'm talking about her mama bringing me the fruit. She telling her to go get the fruit by the time I'm done. It's like I'm getting served like I'm at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? It was like being in the Twilight Zone, right? On the flip side, you know what I'm saying? You go to the sister house, meet the mom, and it's still what we used to, right? Because I'm a black man, but it's more so of a make yourself at home type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't finna get waited on hand and foot necessarily. Like, that ain't just because you a man up in here don't mean you just finna get served everything like that. And maybe it's unrealistic for brothers or for any man to want that in these times, but I'm just telling y'all, if a man has to play the probability versus possibility game, he may step outside of dealing with, sisters specifically, because he gonna bump his head a few extra times trying to get to the right sister than he is trying to get to the right, Maribel or Nancy. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a male POV. You know what I mean?
Why didn't you and Maribel work out?
Oh, same reason why me and Yaya ain't work out. You feel me? Like, it ain't same shit.
No, I was just asking like a specific question. Like, really, why didn't it work out?
Just same shit. Like, I was nice. Yeah. You know what that mean? I was nice. Y'all know how nice guys get treated, right? Or no, we all
they say.
We all so they say. Oh, hey, fellas,
in other words, he was a
nah, yeah, I was nice. I was a nice guy. Hey, fellas in the chat. No, we gonna do this. Fellas in the chat.
Run you over.
Not even run. No, they just don't like nice guys. They go to somebody that's the polar opposite. Every time I've ever been cheated on, it was for a guy who was literally the opposite. You see what I'm saying? When I was in college, the chick you asked me about, I was in college playing basketball, working a job. You know what I'm saying? Getting grades, getting money, trying to get, getting life in order. Dude she broke up, the dude she went to, a professional weed dealer, high school dropout, already a baby daddy. You see what I'm saying?
She sound like a headache. She sound like the headache you was talking about.
No, what I'm telling you is it's the same for all the stories. If I tell you about the black women, it's the same. They leave the nice guy for a piece of shit, and then they try to spin back.
Don't put that on black women. I don't leave nice men. Don't put that on black women because I'm black and I don't do that.
I'm making it ethnic free. I'm telling you that it's the same. Like, you asking me why it didn't work out, the same. I was nice. It was me. I was nice.
Well, here's my 2 cents, and I will say this. I hear the nice guy narrative, but a lot of times when I hear that narrative, it is typically because a man is just trying to appease a woman instead of actually setting a boundary with her.
No, instead of you, real quick, Sonny, I want to let you finish. But fellas in the chat, if y'all were ever nice at any point, which most men do, we start off nice. All the fellas, how did it work out for you? Just put it in the chat while Sonny talking. Go ahead, Sonny.
Okay.
I want you to hear what the men say.
No, I don't disagree with you. What I'm saying to you is typically when a man says that he was the nice guy, he was pretty much not setting a boundary. And he was allowing her to just do whatever. If she said go left, he just went left. If she said go right, he just went right. And these are just probably very poor examples. What I'm saying to you is that a guy who comes in, and I even told this to my own children, you set the standard for your relationship. How you want it to go is how you set the standard for it. If you walk in and it's always, well, what do you want to do? And what is this, that? You've already handed the keys to your relationship over to her because she already knows that she is going to be in the driver's seat. And when a woman has the keys to the car, she's not giving them back. I'm just going to state that for the record. But when you come in and you state a thing, we're going here for dinner, we're doing this, it changes the dynamic. And she understands that she is going to either fall in line and don't take that the wrong way, ladies, but she is either going to respect your no and what you state, or she's going to leave. But the problem is, I think when I hear the nice guy scenario, and I'm not saying that it's not true, it's just simply because guys just don't use the complete sentence that is no, or they don't state a thing. Instead, they ask it instead of stating it. I hope that makes sense.
No, it made perfect sense. I just wish you were right. It's not true. Women like bad guys. No, I'm being real with you. I've seen I'm gonna tell you, like this is a man, because y'all don't deal with women, y'all just are women. Men, we get to deal with y'all, so it's a different POV. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just giving you the perspective of a man who deals with women. Most women, for the most part, don't start liking the men that are good for them until after they done with all the men that are bad for them. You know what I'm saying? It's just the reality of the situation. So it wasn't even the Guadalupe, for example, she was submissive. This wasn't an example of like, oh, I didn't have a backbone. No, if I was like, it wasn't no what we eating today, I'll just pull up with the food. Hey, I got us this. That's fine. You see what I'm saying? There was no submission issues. There was no agreeability issues. None of that. She wanted the thrill ride of the bad guy, like most young chicks do. Not all, but most. Most young chicks don't want the dude that's trying to be a computer engineer and got his head on straight in high school. That's not what they going for. They going for the dude pants slightly sagging, score 20 points a game on the basketball court. Like we know what this is, you know what I'm saying? And you have your outliers, of course. I always leave room for the exceptions, but for the most part, being nice is just one of them. It's not exciting enough. It's not spontaneous enough. You know what I'm saying? I was right. Yeah. So that's
so
just
what I want to say to you is when I was a younger woman, yes, the thrill of the bad boy was always a thing, right? But you have to understand women want to be provided for. And that also means under the umbrella of provision, that means protected, right? So we don't know that the nice guy who's the computer analyst or engineer or the geek or the whatever may be able to protect us. So we look, and ladies, I'm only speaking in generalities. This is not applied to everybody, but just generally, we're looking for the guy that gives the appearance that he will protect us. The bad boy is the one that if we're out in public and something happens, we think he's going to pull out all the guns and blazing, right? We don't think the guy that's bringing us, especially in our late teens, early 20s, you're talking about high school and 20s, we don't have that lived perspective yet. We haven't experienced the thing yet to understand that the guy that's probably sitting at the computer will be just as, would protect us just as well as the guy who, is selling dope and a thug in so many ways, air quotes. We don't think about it like that. We're looking at it from a very surface level thing. We're not looking at provision out at that moment, if you're speaking about that from a perspective of, I need this man to provide for me, not just financially and physically, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and I think I already covered one, and physically. So we're not thinking about it from that perspective. There's just a part of us that isn't looking at it, right? Just isn't looking at it from that. So.
Yeah, I appreciate your perspective. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish my life experience was in alignment with it. And it seemed like the men in the chat got the same thing. One dude said he was nice. He got dogged and dragged all through college. One other dude, I'm just telling you, nice guys truly do finish last. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't like you could be a nice guy and be plenty dangerous. Like I'm in the boxing gym. I'm at the gun range. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Yeah. You could be plenty dangerous and it don't matter. It's the thrill.
And then
it's the
thrill. And then you. Right.
I also feel like it's an age thing as well. I feel like it's a maturity thing.
I was about to say that as well. When we're young, oh please, 20s, late teens.
Yeah.
Listen, everything is perky and tight. What are you talking about? You have men throwing themselves at you at that time. I'm not saying, when I got a little older, my dance card wasn't full, but let me be very clear. When a woman has options, she's probably like a man. When a man has options, right? So if we look at this dynamic, the roles flip, right? A woman is younger, her 18 to let's say 35. Her options are wide open, right? Body still tight, everything good, perky, sitting up, right? Pop out a baby or two, things start to change. And as you age, not that you can't age gracefully and beautifully, but things change, right? But men are quite the opposite. Men are still going through like their weird, awkward, ugly duckling stage between that 18 to 30. And then they pop out on the scene when they start to get into those late 20s, early 30s. So now you're in your prime and your peak. Women peak when they're younger, men peak when they're a little older. So that's why you see that dynamic too. We're missing each other. It's like trains crossing in the night. We're just missing each other. So that's why when men get older, they date younger. And when women get older,
if they're not married already, it's over with type shit for the most
not
part.
necessarily, but your options are actually going to be depleted a great deal. You're not going to have the same options you had when you were. I don't care how bad you are. You're not going to have. Look at Tracy Ellis Ross. I mean, she's gorgeous. Brittany Renner. What's the other? Amber Rose. These are beautiful women. Now they're hitting a certain pinnacle in their life. And ladies, don't take this the wrong way, but your market value is going to change as you age. Enjoy it while you have it. Marry while you're in your 20s, because the reality of it is that once you age out, your market, you can go get a millionaire, but you're not going to be his only option. Just understand that. You can go get a man of wealth and means and all of that, but you're not going to be his only option, especially if he doesn't have children. So
hold on, we got some money. What up, Uncle Plug? No, he sent that $9.99 through a minute ago. Thank you, Uncle. I appreciate it. I didn't want to cut the ladies' wisdom. That what you just said is actually a great segue into our first question. Welcome, Momo. I see you got here late but on time. I appreciate you pulling up. Can you turn your camera landscape for me if you get the chance? And then the first question I have for y'all, we're gonna try to burn through these. So if y'all can, go ahead and give y'all initial responses, and then we'll double back if anybody wants to give any elaboration. But what boundaries do women learn too late? And of course, this is all of your own personal POV. So we'll start from the top and work our way around. Kira, what boundaries do women learn too late? Yeah, I told y'all I had some good ones for y'all.
Yeah, I think personal space. Personal space. Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back. I'll come back for your elaboration. I got you. Mona Lisa, what boundaries do women learn too late?
You kind of stumped me. I
told y'all I had some good ones.
I need to take some time.
Okay.
I need to take some time. The next person, come back to me.
Okay, we'll circle back after this. Money, sophisticated ignorance. What up with the 5-piece? Yeah, let's get it.
That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. No.
Appreciate you. Sophisticated ignorance said the biggest lie we were taught is that girls mature before boys, when in reality they don't mature past the age of 14. Queen Sister Ali told us that. I ain't gonna agree with you or disagree with you today, but I'm coming back to that because I want to keep the peace. Yeah, let's move. Hey, Momo, what boundaries do women learn too late? Get in the game with us. Come on.
Shit, a lot. Boundary of peace, a boundary of respect, a boundary of emotional tolerance. We allow a lot. We see a lot of red flags, we collect them, and we tolerate it. So after, I think, like the young lady was talking about, when you with wisdom and time, you learn that, hey, you have to have boundaries with people, friends, family. I'll cut my family off. I don't care if it's going to mean protecting my peace. So I think that definitely emphasizing on that, and then just understanding what are your true boundaries. What will you accept? What will you not accept? What are your deal breakers? What are your expectations? What are your actual requirements? And those are separate entities that all have to require some type of boundary. And it doesn't matter how much you've been with someone or love them, they can still disrespect those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? If you allow it. So I think that over time, you just understand that peace and respect is above all, no matter how much you love somebody, because really loving them is also accepting their boundaries as well.
Okay. Kira, you already responded. Kira, you gave me your short answer. Ray,
I did, but I just want to clarify real quick, because wait. So are these our boundaries or boundaries for the men? Like boundaries that we learn too late for the men, like their boundaries.
So this one isn't necessarily relationship related. So this is about woman. Okay. It's about womanhood. So this could be anything. Yep.
Okay.
So what did it change your answer?
It did. Okay. It did.
Talk to me.
Come back to me.
I got you. Ray, you got an answer for this one on deck? I'm coming to you.
I had an answer until you said it wasn't for relationships. Now I don't have an answer.
You can answer for a relationship. It's just not limited to that.
Oh, I guess I'll say for me first, I knew my boundaries, but to stand on them. And then for women around me that I know, not letting so many men have access to them.
Okay, so for women in general, you think the access boundary, and when you say access, you mean for dating or for physical access?
Both, because I think men are predators, so I would say both.
Okay, all right, fellas, I'll take that bullet. We just predators today and whatnot. Cool.
They don't care how y'all feel.
Huh?
Ray don't care how y'all feel. You don't gotta take the bullet.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey, listen.
I stand on mine over here. I stand on business.
I know, Ray. You already know. I know. You gonna tell it how it is. Hey, Sonny, what do you think? What boundaries do women learn too late?
I think I'm kind of piggybacking off of. Is it Moma? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I think the things we learn too late is the setting boundaries to prioritize yourself, right? And then understanding, to expound on that, I look at that as understanding what I needed versus what I wanted, right? Like when you say all the nice guys get passed up, it's just simply because we don't understand what we need versus what we want. So I think it's important to understand that, to just to understand that it's okay. Like Momo was saying, it's okay to say no to a family member or to a friend or to a boyfriend or whatever the case may be. Those things are okay to say. And I think we learn that we think because we're women and we have that nurturing instinct in us, a lot of times we think that we have to go in and fix it. And I think the thing that we neglect is ourselves. We don't fix ourselves. We try to fix everything else around us. And I hope I didn't deviate too far off the answer, but
no, you good. You sprinkled a little bit of accountability in there without saying the word. I know that's a cuss word for a lot of y'all. I know that's a cuss word for a lot of y'all. Don't say it. Don't. Yeah, Mona Lisa. Did you come up with an answer for me? You said to come back. You froze for a second.
Off. Oh.
All right, I got you. You good?
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of things we learn late. Just to name a few, I feel like not everyone deserves access to us. I feel like that's something that we learn late. I also feel like unlimited chances. Like women tend to give you chance after chance after chance in certain situations, whether it be relationships, whether it be, with a family member, a friendship. Like, I think that, we tend to kind of give the benefit of the doubt, like too many times. Another one would probably be rest. Rest is not laziness. Just taking rest for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We can often feel like, oh, if I take today off, this person might feel this way, or just taking the day off in general. We tend to feel guilty about it, and just that it's not laziness. I feel like that's a boundary that we learn pretty late. That's just a few that I can name.
Okay, you took your time to come up with some stuff. Okay, perfect. All right, I think I got everybody preliminary answers. Did anybody want to add to this? We got a couple decent chats I want y'all to respond to. Nothing to add? Okay, so my dog, what's my name? H.A. Machiavelli said, marry and stay together. That's the last part that's hard because they so young, they grow to feel like they missed something in themselves. So she divorces. Long term ain't on ain't on young chicks' mind. Yeah, I would say that too. I would say that too. I think that that was a great point.
That's not true.
It's not true. Go ahead, Ray.
That's not true at all.
Ooh wee. Okay.
I agree. I actually agree with the young man in the chat.
Okay. Well,
especially nowadays, as an older woman, nowadays, absolutely.
Wait. But you agree. I want to hear the people that oppose first. Ray and Kira.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all both said y'all disagree. Ray, you go first. You jumped out the window first, so go ahead and land. Where you go? Oh.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, who said that's not true?
What was
Kira
the statement?
Yeah, I said that's. I know for a fact. I said that's not true.
I agree with Sunshine, but I also feel like, speaking for myself, that's not the case. But I agree with her as far as what they say, the young. They're not looking long-term relationship. They're looking for what you got right now, what you got for me right now, what can you do for me right now?
Okay, can I? Y'all good?
Go.
Yeah, I'm about to get cool auntie and raw auntie real quick. The current last 5 years has actually introduced a whole culture. Everything is about.
It's a transaction.
It's whole culture. I don't want to disrespect the platform.
You good?
It's literally what I call and what I have seen from what it was when I was young and coming up and all of this stuff. They've created whole culture. If this man has got to take me out on a nice date for me to consider, bolded, underline, and capitalize, giving him some. If the date ain't expensive enough, I'm not going to give him none. I'm going to move on to the next. And then even if they do get married, they are not looking for the man to provide anything outside of anything but money. They don't care a lot of times if he has any other, enduring quality. That's why I say women have now been conditioned to believe that men only provide money financially. They forgot about a whole nother subsect of, well, what about your mental? What about your physical? What about your emotional? What about your spiritual? So you'll let him lead you with money, but then when he's knocking your head between the washer and dryer, now we got a problem. Now we have an issue. And now you can leave and you want to take his wealth, right? Or you want to take what he's earned. So, but women are not looking at women. I'm a land. I got you. I'm a land. But what I'm just saying is they have made everything, to Kira's point, a transactional thing, which all it boils down to is just.
Not to my point.
You said it's transactional.
No.
Okay, well, I'll retract it. But what I'm saying is everything is transactional now. How much are you going to give me is how much sex I'll give you. And that's just how I look at it. I mean, from my lived perspective, I tell people I'm a young old lady. I've seen things from a very different lived perspective. And it is hard out here for men and women alike, because if there is genuinely a young woman who wants a man to accept her and to care for her and provide for her under this multifaceted umbrella, she's going to have a hard time finding that, because men have been running into essentially hoes. They're whores.
Okay, Kira disagreed. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna be real quick. Okay, so this is a shameless plug, right? So I own a salon in New Jersey. So I deal with a multitude of women, from young, and I'm like right in the middle. I'm 37, so I'm like I can still talk to the young ones, but I can still kick it with the OGs. Right?
I don't mean to cut you off, but you look good for 37.
I know. But yeah, so I people need to get off the internet.
True.
Like it's
I don't
real,
disagree with you on that.
Real life happening, and the women that I speak to, and I get it. I get it. I get it. Maybe there are some women who fall into that, but the real woman that I'm coming in contact with, they want to be married. They want to be in a long-term relationship. They want to love. They want to nurture. They want to spoil. They want to spend. They want to receive too. But it's not all transactional for these women. It's real life happening off the internet. So,
and Kira, let me rebut you on that. I totally agree with what you're saying, but here's the problem. The problem is a lot of women say that after the fact. It goes back to what we just talked about. In the 20s, no, wait a minute. The 20s, as Classic pointed out, the 20s, the nice guys were losing, right? But now that the women have gotten older, now the reality has kicked in that I need something more substantial. They're looking at it after the fact. Okay, you know, slut walk, my body, my choice. I can put on whatever I want. But then when you now are suffering the repercussions of that, right? Now you did it through your 20s and your 30s, you popped out a couple of babies, and now all of a sudden, now you want to walk into this thing, well, now I want to be in a marriage and a relationship, but you thought it your way through 20 years of your life, and now you want to come back and retract that, and now you want something substantial, and now you want this, but you presented something completely different. You can't have it both ways. You either going to have to be that way from inception, or end up in a space where you are now in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, talk about, now I want a man, I want a husband. You didn't think about that 10 years ago. You didn't think about, and don't get me wrong, I don't put all the fault on the younger women. I blame my generation. I'm a little older than that. I'm in my 40s. But I put it on my generation as well, that we have a lot to do with that. You know, my mother taught me, don't worry about, my mother was married for 20 years. She didn't instill into me about those things about being a wife, even though she had a husband, right? She didn't instill into me about things, understanding interdependence, right? We shun submissiveness because we think this is some ideal that a man is going to put it in and he going to tell me what to do. This is simply respecting a man in the relationship, respecting his leadership, respecting his choices without thinking you have to tell him what to do. He a man. He's a fully realized man. But we have spent time trying to tell men how to be men, telling ourselves we can be hoes and still be respected, and then turn around and we get to a certain age and realize that that's not necessarily the case, and then ask men to start accepting us after we've already conditioned ourselves with poor behavior to now be a wife. Accept me and take me and be a wife.
To piggyback off that though, but like that's not the man's fault that she a hoe. That's not her. That's not his fault. But what I'm saying is, wait. 1 second.
Women out here hoeing.
Wait, 1 second. Hold on. Wait. I'm playing devil's advocate. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's about how you raised. So it starts as a choice. We all have free will. So it's her choice, and then she's going to have to deal with that consequence of not being a wedded woman. At the end of the day, she chose to be a hoe. She chose to do the slut walk. She chose to be out here spreading it open and busting it open. She chose that over prioritizing herself and her worth and getting what she ultimately is the goal. So at the end of the day, it goes back to what we said. It's accountability. You got to own up to your shit. Now you're a retired hoe without a man. So you got to own that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's why these women out here don't have shit and won't have shit, because they done let their pussy value go down like goofies. And then they wonder why they ain't got nobody at 37, 38 years old with 3 kids and 3 baby daddies on Kendra's show. Talking about, can you help me? Fuck out of here.
I wanted to add, I agree with Kara, Sunny, and all y'all. I just wanted to say, this is only from personal things that I've seen and done myself. I agree with Kara only because I got into my first relationship at 28. I always wanted to be married, this and that. I was never none of that or whatever. And I had to get off. I agree with you when you say you need to get off social media. I had to get off social media because I had never been in a relationship before. So what I thought I wanted from a relationship were the things I got, what I saw on social media. When I got into the relationship, I made it a point to myself to get off social media so that I could think for myself. That's how powerful social media is. And I'm only saying that because of what Kira said. It is the truth. And then piggybacking off of what Sunny said, that's true as well. And Momo, you're hoeing in your 20s and then you feel like you have the same value in your 30s. And I'm speaking from people that I know. I know somebody right now sleeping with somebody's husband and she's praying for her husband. And then I know somebody that just had her first baby. She tried to trap a man, thought he had money, and she's on baby. This is his 20th child. His 20th. And
That's
he
just
trapped
poor pussy
you,
management.
while you were trying to
That's
trap him.
crazy. But
So
that's again, it's that's her consequence though. Now she got to deal with now she has to deal with that. You feel me? Like you know, that's her consequence because she thought that she was trying to out karma and outsmart him, and now that's her karma. That she's gonna be just another one in his book with another child of another broken home. But again, she made a choice to keep that child. She made a choice to deal with that man, not knowing his full background. We have to take accountability over our bodies, over the men that we choose to lay down with. Like me, I got one baby daddy, 3 kids. I gotta own the fact that he wasn't shit because I knew he wasn't shit, but I still laid down and had the kids with him, knowing he wasn't shit. Down my goofy ass over here can't complain. You feel me? So at the end, of the day, it's like we as women, as a society, we gotta raise queens and kings to think different, move different, and it's not about a dollar because you should be able to be out here to articulate and be able to go out here and get it for yourself and fend for yourself. But at the end of the day, it's how we raise these kids, how we raising this generation, what we're instilling, what our message is, and we have to start uniting. We the only race that don't unite. You go to any fucking state, you got an Amish community, you got a Jewish community. You don't see no black communities. You don't see black monasteries. You don't see black pharmacies. You don't see black hospitals. You don't see any of that. So the deeper depthness of everything is that we as the leaders, as the front runners, as these older generations come in, we have to start teaching our children and instilling into our children the right way so they're not out here listening to social media or phones or, you know, whoever's on the blog. We have to take that and be like, you know what? I'm raising somebody better than what society and what social media say. And at the end of the day, we can't be out here trying to get up one leg up and then don't think there's gonna be a consequence or something that's gonna come behind it because karma's a bitch and it always has a way of finding its way back home with your goofy ass.
Classic don't believe in karma. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, I don't believe in karma.
Well,
no.
That's the law of attraction. What you put out, the law of reciprocity.
I feel like people that don't believe in it. I feel like people that don't believe in karma don't want to take accountability.
Yeah. No, I just think karma. I just think karma don't come back equal but opposite. That's all.
What do you mean equal but opposite?
No,
I don't. Yeah, I know shitty people. I know shitty people living dope ass lives.
How you think it's gonna come back?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I don't
believe he comes back.
But not it ain't equal but opposite. I know shitty people who've done shitty things.
How you want it to come back.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't believe, like, people be like, oh, like if you kill somebody, you gonna die by murder. No, like I don't like it's not equal but opposite. I know people who have done terrible things that live great lives.
That's karma.
They did terrible things and live great lives.
But no. When you said they didn't get killed by a gun, but something still happened to them, that's still karma. You don't get to pick the consequences of your actions.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't think karma is what people think it is. People think like if you a shitty person on 99, that your karma gonna hit you upside the head at 99. No, you could be a shitty person on 99 and your karma hit you at a 10. And you still rocking out with 89% profit. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. I don't think karma throws blows.
I think you're looking at it from the outside. Like you think they're living a good life. It look good. It's just like Instagram. You think they're living a good life. You only can see the high reels.
No, I know. What I'm telling you is life is all encompassing. So no matter what your success level is, you're gonna experience everything about life, no matter what. So the person that's a billionaire still go through the full emotional spectrum of the person that's completely homeless. So if you've done shitty things and put yourself in a position where your lifestyle is a successful lifestyle, but you still experience sadness sometimes, you're gonna experience sadness whether you have $1 million or -300. You see what I'm saying? But you've done bad things to position yourself to live a good life. That's what I mean. So yeah, just because you're a billionaire with health issues, you could be poor with health issues. You see what I'm saying? So I know people who have done bad things and put themselves in good situations, and the karma not biting them like that. They just experiencing life like everybody else, and they still up. That's what I'm telling you. And I know people who are amazing people who have only been step stools their whole life. They've been step stools their whole life. Nice people get it the worst. So if we're gonna talk about so if we're gonna talk about karma, what's that? The people who do the most for others get it the worst.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get into that because I'm a Christian. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. And
how he get it? How did he get it?
on the cross.
How did he get it?
Perfect. And that's a prime example of what he's saying. that the greatest soul that ever walked the
When I
planet.
say that, basically what I'm saying is I believe in eternal life. I don't believe that this is the end. So I feel like if you don't reap it here on earth, you're gonna reap it in your eternal life. And I believe that. That's just coming from me, a believer. You don't have to believe that, but that's just me preaching from my belief.
Yeah,
I wanted to make.
I found out on the back end. I found out on the back end.
I wanted to make 2 points really quickly, and I'll let y'all have at it. I wanted to kind of go back to Momo's point when she was saying that you see all these other communities that are together and doing their things. The dollar spends in their community several times before leaving. But I want you to understand as well is that the community starts in the home. And as long as the home continues to be broken, we're going to have a broken community. The foundation, I read a book. To anybody who's a reader, please go check this book out. It's called The Jewish Phenomenon. And go read what this man says about the Jewish community, how they establish their families, what they do for their children. It is wholly and completely different. I am a single mother. Momo said she was a single mother. I understand that there is an issue that my children didn't have a father in the house, right? Not just for the simple fact that I had to be the breadwinner, manage the house, nurture the boo-boos, and all of these other kind of things. You can't be everything, right? I don't care how the song that Boosie made holler about you independent is BS. Okay, it's not, it's a fallacy. You can't do it all by yourself. If it took you to have a man to make the baby, it takes you to have a man to help raise them. So again, I'm saying that as long as we continue to encourage broken homes, we're going to continue to have a broken family. We're going to continue to have a broken community.
But the question starts in, the question with that is that, like, even it starts with us. We are choosing our mates wrong.
Well,
to have
you
the broken
said something.
home.
You're right, but here's the thing. How many times? Let me tell you what I told my children when they start dating. I said, qualify the person you want to be with. A job, when you're going to apply for a job, you have to qualify for that job. Why would you not qualify the person you're going to sleep with and you say you want to be with for the rest of your life? Let's just put it to the physical aspect of it. You'll say, "Oh, he's cute. He got a big D and he got a pocket full of money, so I'm going to give him some." If he was an employee, would he be a good employee?
But again,
are you qualified? Don't wait a minute. I'm just saying, qualified. Do you have qualifiers? First and foremost, do you even understand what you need? We look at what we want. I want him 6 foot. I want him with a 6-pack. I want him with 6 figures. Okay, you can get all of that. And he's going to be out here sleeping with your mama, your cousin, your auntie, and maybe even your brother in these days and times. But how far are you willing to go to actually say, I'm willing to wait until I get at least, I have a list of 10 things I need. I need at least 6 of them. And this goes for men and women alike.
But
Stop
again,
qualifying.
You can do all that qualifying. You can do all the tests. You can do all the exams you want. A person and people are going to choose to whether they're going to step up. None of us was ready to be a mom. If you're a mom or a dad out here, none of us was ready to be a parent. There's no book to this shit. You know what I'm saying? But we all, again, sometimes we are so in the cuspice of we want a family, we're gonna make it work, we're gonna make it work. Half the time, these men or women don't have none of that to offer. They don't have bodies, they're not millionaires. We all not dating 6-figure men at 18 and 19 years old. So when you do find someone, yeah, you may be just going off of love. But again, it's all a choice if we whether gonna weather that storm out or did we choose a proper candidate to procreate with. And sometimes,
but you're saying it's a choice, but then you're saying choosing to weather the storm. And I'm saying, regardless, you still need qualifiers for that. How do you qualify whether this man is worth it or whether that woman is
we were
worth
past
it?
that. We were past that because it's already after you done all the things. Because we were talking about how the slut phase and the whole phase, and now you're 37 or 40, whatever, and you're single or you're not married or whatever. At the end of the day, it's still about the choices that we make, regardless of how much we qualify, pre-qualify, go down the list, they match everything. Because you can get hit all those markers and still be laying up with a demon. whole time, that's a fraud.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people rush in because people are afraid to be alone and people are afraid to face their own demons. The reason you keep running into the demons you keep talking about is because you're not willing to face the ones internally. That's why I said, what do you need? If a person sat with themselves as quickly as they ran into relationships, they will understand what their needs are. I think Ray even touched on that. She said, when I understood a thing, I had to cut off social media. I had to do these things. You have to go internal. We keep looking at this thing as an external thing, and it's really an internal thing. And when I say, what do you need? It's accountability, but it's understanding what I need. When I say I need something, I need a man to talk to me. I need a man to be able to protect me emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, right? I need
but you have to do that work for yourself before you can ask that for somebody else.
But that's what
I'm saying. That's the missing portion right there. That's the whole point.
Real quick, because we got a few other questions and it's probably gonna tie into some of what y'all talking about. But before we segue to the next one, we do have some money in the chat, and I gotta give them this time. You know what I'm saying? Standing at 6'2". We love the money around here, and we appreciate it for sure. So my dog, Sophisticated Ignorance, said, my mom told me all girls are 304. I said, but mom, you a girl. She said, before I was your mom, I was a girl. Don't let that go to your head. My mom gave me the game. And we gonna leave that right there and segue into the next question. All right. So the next question is, what is a myth about womanhood you believed when you were younger?
That we were always right.
Say that one more time for the church in the back.
That we were always right, no matter what we did, no matter how we did it, we were always right.
Momo, what you got? What's one myth?
I concur with that 1000%, because at the end of the day, we not always right, and whoever taught us that was wrong.
Were there any more, Ray? Any myths that you were taught aside from always being right?
I wasn't taught that, but I can't think of anything right now.
I got you. Lisa, any myths about womanhood that you believed when you were younger?
I can't think of anything off top, but if I think of something, I'll let you know.
Kira, what'd you think?
But that's the other one.
Huh? I think you're freezing a little bit. What'd you say, Lisa?
No, I said that was a good one.
Oh, okay. Kira, what was your what's one myth about womanhood that you believed when you were younger?
That's a hard one. I had great women around me, and the men propped them up. So there was no negative myths that I believed then that I don't believe now. I don't know. That's a hard.
Were y'all told that y'all could take y'all time on settling down with a man? Is that one that y'all were taught? I'm asking because I don't want to assume. Were y'all taught that? Like, oh, you can take your time, worry about men, later. Were y'all taught that?
I wasn't.
I feel like I was, but I feel like more so for me, I was kind of like just taught to steer clear altogether, unfortunately, and I feel like it had a negative impact on my dating life.
So you were told to steer clear altogether. How would you say it had a negative impact? Because you did by doing so. I assume you stopped yourself from having a lot of the negative experiences that, like Sonny spoke of earlier, saying like women play in their 20s and then they try to double back with, for lack of a better term, mileage or baggage and go get a good guy that they probably should have been paying attention a long time ago. But now I feel
like for me, my dating life is my biggest regret. I feel like I should have done things younger. I feel like the lessons that a lot of my friends learned, I learned later in life because I dated later in life. And I regret that. I feel like had I learned that earlier on, I probably wouldn't have gone through some of the things that I went through. Or maybe I would have. I just would have went through it younger.
My initial response may be inaccurate, so I want to probe a little, but you don't have to answer anything past your point of demarcation. But what type of lessons are you referring to? Like, what's an example of one of the lessons that one of your friends learned in experiencing men younger while you was not paying us attention?
A lot, honestly. Let me think. I'm trying to think specifically without being too specific. Just for one, men are predators. I didn't know that when I was younger, and I didn't know men.
That's your second time. That's your second time saying that. Why you feel like that? I gotta ask now. I can't.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. I don't. For me personally, I don't believe in. And if you don't believe in this, it's fine. This is just my personal belief. This is the things that I've been through in my life. I don't believe that a man and a woman can just be friends. And so, and when I realized that the men in my life weren't really my friends, it kind of changed my perspective on men. Like, okay, they really are predators, because I thought I had male friends, but I was told, okay, well, let's see if they go for this. They all went for it. And I meant like trying to like be with me. And it's like you were just waiting this whole time. Like, you weren't really my friend, you were just waiting. But as far as like a relationship goes, I feel like I let a lot of things slide. Like, the relationship that I was in, I let things slide, I let things build up. And that's just something I wish I would have learned earlier in life. And now I feel like my roles are script, like how you start off as a hoe and then you want to be a wife. I wanted to be a wife, but now I feel like I want to put my pussy up for sale. Like, it's all for sale now. I'm not dating for love anymore. You got to have this amount of money or it's not happening. Like, because I started off dating for love. I want to be in love. I want to be married. I want to do this. I want to do that. I was the good girl. And now I feel like I just want to, what do you have to offer? If you don't have anything to offer, we can, and I'm so cool on the relationship now. I'm so cool with being single for the rest of my life. That's how bad that relationship was, because I gave it my all and it was BS. And so after going through that, it's like, okay, I'm good on it. I'm good. I experienced it. It was cool. It was good. I'm good. If you're not talking about something of substance, we have nothing to talk about. I think men got 30 minutes with me as of right now, like 30 minutes. I got a new number this year because too many men had access to me and they weren't talking about anything at all, nothing. You give a man your number, he'll just, what you got my number for? What you need my number for? For what? For what? You just need to add some more contacts to your phone? For what? What is your purpose? You have to have a purpose. Coming in the door with a purpose. Like, I'm very strict. I was strict before I met old buddy. And it was, a lot of women do this. They meet somebody that they like and they calm down on the strictness and they let certain things slide. And okay, you could do this. Okay, I'm gonna let you slide on that. And that's exactly what happened. I let certain things slide and it went completely left. And I'm so good on it now. I'm not bitter anymore. I was bitter at one point. I was bitter. I was mean to men for a long time. But now I'm cool on it all. I make my peace with God and I'm good. Like, if it's just me and God forever, I'm good on that. I don't want to have any kids because I've never met anybody that. First of all, my dad wanted to be a father. He wanted to be a father, so I know what it looks like to be in a household with a man that wants you there. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be with a man that you don't want kids. You don't know if you want kids. You don't. Oh, okay, I'm good. Because what if I get pregnant and then I'm just raising the kid by myself? I'm not doing that. I kill it first. I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little wine, but this is the truth though. Like, I'm so good. I'm so good on it. I'm so good on it.
But aren't women also predators when they go out here being predatory over these men?
I believe that women are predatory when they do things like, oh, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. But
so the same thing that is applicable to men. So we're all predatorial then.
I believe that. I do.
But you just said that they gotta have this. He gotta have a bag. He gotta have a bag. And some men are looked at as predatorial. Like, damn, all she want me for is my money, not my mind, not my business intellect, not my spiritual leadership, not for me to be the head and you be the tail, not for me to come in and
if you
be of service to you.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you cannot just have a bag. I'm trying to make this make sense, because I'm at a point of fed up. So I want you to look at it from my point of view. You either got to have the money. You can have the money and bullshit, but you cannot have bullshit and I love you for bullshit. If that makes sense. I'm not going to love you for because I did that.
So if he got money, he can put you through the bullshit. But if he broke, he can't.
A little bit, because I got my own shit. So
Ray is very
there.
consistent with that. Ladies, for y'all who haven't seen the previous Queen codes, Ray is being very consistent right now. I am not the predator thing. I'm coming back to that, but the rest of it, she very consistent. Oh yeah, I'm saying
for sale now. It's for sale, and I don't care how nobody feel about it. It's for sale because when I was giving it away for free, it wasn't appreciated. When I was doing it for love, it wasn't appreciated, and I stand on that.
Okay, I respect it because I too have been, you know what I'm saying, taken through there. I'm sure everybody on the panel then had their fair share of heartbreak. I'm almost positive. We all grown as hell. So everybody on here done been hit over the head at least once or twice by now. But to call somebody a predator because they would hit is crazy. Be clear about
I just think men are predators in general.
I mean, how when I asked you to describe it, you said crazy. Because you said the men that you thought was your friends, right? You tested them to see if they would go. Ray, you're not a bad looking lady. Of course they would go. It doesn't mean he's not your friend. Okay, every woman on this panel right now. Look, hold on. Not even.
That's not predatory.
That's not predatory. That's seeing somebody who wants you, who see the potential in you. You might be walking past them. That might be your best friend, your lover, homeboy, and you over here like you're preying on me because I'm beautiful and I got good coochie and I don't got no kids and I got my shit together.
And
but
you say you already sleep with anybody. You don't have to have your shit together.
No, that's not true.
You just said they was your homies.
Can I just be the male voice in the room real quick? Just the one male voice in the room right quick. Just sheerly for the sake of example. Momo I've known since I was a child. Okay, so this is sheerly for the sake of example. It's 5 of y'all right here. If we the last 2 people on Earth, me and any of the 5 of y'all, we finna repopulate the Earth. So was I a predator the whole time? Was I just a predator because I would repopulate the Earth with you? Was I a predator? It's natural. I'm a guy. Y'all don't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like what you we sitting around kicking it, we friends and all that. And then all of a sudden you like, hey, tonight I'm on that. I don't know that I'm saying no. I'm a dude.
How about we agree to disagree because I'm gonna stand on being a predator. So that's predatory. You know me, I'm gonna stand on what I say. So how about we just agree?
So a guy having natural attraction to women.
It's not even just that. It's just so much deeper than that. I just can't get it. I can't explain myself, but it's so much deeper than that.
I'm good. You know I'm good at agreeing to disagree. I'm gonna let you have it. I just don't see it the same, and I had to say something. It's too many men watching. That's like classic. I know you ain't gonna let that go.
Like a lion. Would you consider a lion a predator?
Yeah, but not for the booty. He a predator because he eats.
No, I'm not just speaking on the booty.
But you are though, baby.
I'm not just speaking on the booty. I just said men are predators, and y'all just assuming I'm talking about sex.
But your example of the predatorial was all my homies failed the test of trying to smash, and I got rid of their ass because they were preying on me.
No.
So how we not talking about your coochie though?
That was in the past.
You got to get a zesty best.
Being predators is something that just comes. This is something that just comes to my ear this year. This is something that somebody I was speaking to taught me about, and I never looked at men like that until this year. When I started thinking about that, I started realizing, okay, damn, he's a predator, and he's a predator, and he's a predator. But the guys that I tried, that was like when I was in my mid-30s or something.
It's okay. The longer you live, your perspective will continue to evolve. But until then, you're doing the right thing. Spare us of the experience with you. We scared for our lives. Yeah, no, fellas, do not enter. Don't touch it. She'll change her mind in the morning. You know what? I don't think I wanted to do that.
Yes,
don't. Hey, fellas,
caution tape right above it. But proceed with caution, motherfucker.
I'm gonna get one. I turn my hair red so they know I'm not playing. But I'm gonna get a proceed with caution.
Baby, you need to just go ahead and get a temporary tattoo right there. Proceed with caution.
You're right, because I'm on my what is it? What's the movie with that's not her name, Viola Davis. Waiting to Exhale. I'm on that.
Oh yeah.
No, we hear it. So we got a couple comments. Lady D said that one thing she was told a myth about womanhood, that she would grow up with a husband, a 4-bedroom house with a 2-car garage, a white picket fence. Nigga, you build projects, unwed mothers and fatherless children. Oh, okay, so you was taught that by somebody who was doing. That's crazy. Miles Bassett said, "What type of man have you passed over that you would pursue now?" That's a great question, Miles. We can actually we could come to that in just a second. I got one more we got to do our From Queens to Kings segment, and then I got that saved, Miles, for the chat Q&A. So From Queens to Kings, this is the segment where I ask a question that allows women to dispel any myths that today's men may have about women, or y'all may confirm the myth, right? It works both ways on here. So honest answers to this one. Is emotional safety more important to women than financial security? We'll go. We'll just go in order from how y'all are right now. So let's go, Kira first, and I'll work up to me. So Kira, is emotional safety more important to a woman than financial security? Teach
for
us.
me, yeah, for me, emotional safety is definitely more important. The money will come.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll come back for the elaboration. Everybody, just quick answers, real quick. Mona Lisa, which one?
Yeah, I think emotional safety is more important.
Okay. We're gonna
And
come back. We're gonna
security.
more important. Okay, Sonny, emotional safety or financial security?
Emotional safety.
Okay, Ray, emotional safety or financial security? I know, Ray. I know. Come on. Come on. I know. Ray, you still gotta say it. No, you still gotta say it. Go ahead and say you want that bag. Go ahead. I already got it.
What are the options? What are the options? What are the options?
Classic.
Because my emotional is up. So what are the options?
I need a drink for shorty.
Ray want that
So
money.
I want the money. Give me the money.
I need a
Classic.
Ray been about that paper since her first episode. She not playing Momo.
Y'all was men. I haven't met a man that take emotions serious, and that's just my own experience. I know it's not all men. That's just my experience. So now I just want the money. I'll handle my emotions. Me and God, we gonna do that in the closet. Where's the money? Where is the funds?
Momo, what
I
you
want to
want,
go. To, I'm trying to go somewhere this year.
Ray going crazy. Momo, which one? Emotional safety or financial security? There's no wrong answers here.
I'm just trying to be in a carry-on with Ray wherever they take them to, for real. I'm definitely gonna go with emotional security for sure, or emotional safety. Excuse me.
Okay, emotional safety. I got you. So, elaborate then. So, 4 out of 5 of y'all said y'all would choose emotional safety over financial security. So, let's make this more of a real world thing. If there's a guy that you've, I guess, been knowing and talking to, and maybe his finances are okay, but not enough for you to say you feel secure, right? But he does provide you the warmth and the attention. Go ahead, Ray.
Leave these broke niggas alone because they're gonna take you to the dirt. Okay, that's my answer.
I'm not gonna lie though. I know the rest of y'all finna give y'all POV, but what Ray is saying is the majority of what's outside. Classic. I'm not. She not misrepresenting. I'm just keeping it a stat. Yeah.
I'm just speaking from my own experience. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I just want to put that out there.
We know, Ray. We know. We know to proceed with caution, tape. With you. We know.
Lisa, you said she right. Oh, we got a super chat. Hold on, money. Loving this panel. All the queens have different but dope perspectives. Oh yeah. Let's get it.
Thank you, baby.
We appreciate you. Oh yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah, she said she's loving the panel. But Lisa, you said that you think that does what Ray is saying represents most of what's outside. Why'd you say that?
Absolutely. Because like everywhere I look on social media, like whether it's, conversation, like that's what you see, like all the time. But for me, myself personally, I feel like emotional security or emotional safety is much more needed because, I mean, shit, I'm a woman, and at the end of the day, if I don't feel safe with you, if I don't feel like you can, I can look to you for like emotional support when I'm in a space, I don't know, it's not gonna last for me. it's not going to last for me. I just need to know that that's something that you're capable of. Even though I get how men don't share their emotions often, right? But as me being a woman, that man has to have the, I guess, the wherewithal or the ability to be able to even sense when, you know, maybe I'm having an off day, or even if I come to you with something, like, make me feel secure in knowing that you can handle what my emotions bring. That's just important. And I feel like money, everybody like money, right? But I feel like that can come.
So let me ask this to the panel then. So since 4 of y'all had the same answer and y'all would prefer the emotional safety, how does that end up playing out? Like prioritizing it that way? Well, before y'all do that, real quick, we had another super chat in the building. We stop everything for the money. Big Sco in the building, 333. Hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate you putting something on the collection plate, brother. Let's get it. Yeah.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance.
I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yes, Lord. So but I was gonna say, so 4 of y'all had the same answer in regards to this. So how does that end up playing out, right? There's plenty of guys, and I know there's plenty of men who want a good woman and a woman that they can be good too, right? And so when y'all run into these men that have good intentions, because don't act like y'all don't, right? Miles just asked a question about that actually. So when y'all run into these men that have pure hearts and all of that, but they pockets ain't super deep, how is that playing out? I don't know any of y'all relationship status, and I'm not asking for it, but how does that play out in a real world? In a real, okay, go ahead, Ray. How does it play out?
Because men don't know how to express their emotions when they're broke. They don't know how to treat you when they're broke. They don't know how to be honest with you when they're broke. They want to lie and be deceitful when they're broke, and that's just how it goes. That's my experience. Y'all got your own. Tell you about my experience, okay?
That's right.
I fell in love with a
That's
broke
right.
nigga. You hear me?
Yes.
Sweet. He was so sweet. He was so loving. He had no fucking money. And it affected his personality. It affected the way he treated. It affected the way he responded to certain things. It affected the way you moved about the relationship. It affected your honesty because you don't want me to know that you're broke. Men don't want you to know that they're broke. But I feel like men need to be honest about, you don't got to tell me what's in your bank account, but you need to be honest about what's going on in your life. Because
no, they need to tell you the bank account, the 401k. They need to tell you their pension. They need to make sure they signed up for USSDA. Motherfucking, they need life insurance policies. They need Roth IRAs. They need high yield savings accounts in this bitch. Proceed with caution.
With all that, they need to be spending it. They need to be spending it because you can have it and be.
That's right. You right.
You need to
proceed
be open.
With caution.
Open your arms and your hands.
Hashtag proceed with caution.
I think that
with a bag
a lot of, well, I think that women feel like, or no, men feel like, you know, they can't be open and honest because this is what society puts on them. Hey, you have to be the breadwinner. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to be the provider. Like society pushes that rhetoric, right? And so, you know, men tend to feel like I'm not a man. This is just, you know, me assuming. Like, I feel like men tend to think that, you know, I can't divulge this information because, you know, they're going to think that, you know, I'm weak or I'm not getting to the bag or I'm less than, or, you know, all of the above. Right. So I think that's where the problem lies, because they feel like there's no safe space.
That's deeper than that though, because when you get with a man, it's like if high school sweethearts.
I think that it can go deeper than that, but I feel
you know
like
what I'm saying?
That's one
but like it's like two high school sweethearts that meet each other, right? Y'all both broke. living with y'all parents, and they still stay together through everything. It's really about, are you going to be able to withstand him when he's not emotionally stable, when he's not physically, when he's not financially stable, when he's not mentally mature yet? Are you going to put in the work? It's about how, honestly, it's about how much work you're willing to put into the man, because he's going to be who you potentially mold him to be, or vice versa, or you're going to crumble. Yes, you have to build him up. You have to put him in a king's place. You gotta let him know, like, hey, you that nigga at all times, and I'm that bitch at all times. Now, what do we have to do to get there?
That don't mean not me. That does not mean he's going to cooperate, and that does not mean he's going to get.
But again, that means you gotta, if you know that he's not, if you know that he's not worth the work, then that's on you to either stay or go. But that don't mean that he's winning either way, because he got the pussy already. So he's right. So that's what I'm saying though. Like, but you can't expect for it. If you're looking for a man to have a bag, you better have one too.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? But so we have to also keep that with emotional, mental, and spiritual capacities as well. You can't just have one thing on the checklist. You it's a plethora of shit that you need to do to earn this. The fuck? You can't just have a big dick and not have a dumbass mind. That's crazy.
I know that's real.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's the work. It's the work that you're gonna put into that man. Okay, if I'm gonna build you up, is you gonna build me up? Is you gonna put me on game? Are you gonna teach me how to day trade? Am I gonna teach you how to do something? Because at the end of the day, we make each other better.
Yep.
So if you sit up there and you allow a motherfucker to be complacent and content, that's exactly what you're gonna settle for, and that's what you're gonna get until you either A, invest in that man, or B, he invest in you, or you C, sit your goofy ass down, just get some dick and send him about his way.
That's why a lot of relationships end, because they don't have the people don't have the capacity to stick it through and try to
they don't have
work
patience.
through things and try to.
They don't have patience to work through things because
okay,
we're indoctrinized to not have patience. We have to set the bar. We have to be able to say, hey, this is what is acceptable, this is what is applicable, this is what's not, and this is where we're gonna stay, where we honor and not tolerate it at the end of the day. So we all know who we dealing with, who we fucking out here. Let's not play dumb like you don't know if you got a bum, or if you got a baller, or if you got a ratchet, or if you got a pass hole. We done all had them. But it's up to us to be able to, like, Sonny said and touched on earlier, it's our choice if we are going to choose to stay there in that complacency, or we're going to build our man up, and because we believe in the potential and he's going to do the work with us. It's not just always on the man. We can't always sit here and do this at the man, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't be here without a man.
Well, and then there's that part.
Classic.
I will add this before we segue to the next question. I see y'all in the chat. We reading the chats, y'all. We just don't have time to read them all out loud because we're trying to get through the show. But big dick with no mind's been working for 1,000 years. Just
classic.
You don't have to be that smart. If you coming with that lumber, I'm just saying. Just
crazy as hell.
Yeah, okay. All right. Somebody sleeping somewhere for free right now off the strength of that wood. I'm just saying.
And it's a goofy born every day, and continue to be laid up with a goofy. That's cool. They winning. He winning.
They don't run out.
He winning. It's an ugly nigga right now laid up with somebody with a big yapper, and we don't post his ass because he's ugly with a big yapper.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. All I'm saying is, fellas, if God gave you that iron, you can find your way through this life.
I'm telling you, and guess what? If God blesses you with that wop, you will find you a yacht. Okay.
It got an expiration on it now. That has an expiration.
Not this one.
I will agree to disagree with all of that, but all right.
Speak for yourself, shorty. Not this one. Not this one, baby. This shelf life is exceptional.
Just saying, it's some brothers out there in the world that if they
hurting for money, but guess what? It ain't gonna stop working. Like with my girl, proceed with caution. That swipe though, that tap. That bitch ain't got no experience. Okay, I love you, girl. I love you, but you definitely need that temporary tattoo above that kuha. Proceed with caution, baby.
I'm not playing with men no more. I've played enough. I'm done.
We heard.
We know.
I ain't gonna hold you.
We know. Caution. Hey, he gonna put a caution tape right in the background of your shit.
I'm gonna put shit real strict right here. I think I'm gonna get don't put me right here, and then I'm gonna put something like I don't know. I had to give somebody a little something the other day. I had to let them know, like, listen,
you're not
if
gonna
you
feel
come
it.
into my life and you come playing, I'm not afraid of going to prison. I'm not. The next person that try me, I promise to God, he might just get up out. I have
Hey, y'all.
I'm not playing.
She said, "Love me."
Sometimes you just gotta crash on
Hey,
them
she
out.
said, "Love me, leave me." That's the story of my life. But see, the next
Love
nigga that
me or
coming in
pay
here,
for me. You can do one or the other. You can love me or you can pay for me. I'm up for auction, or you can love me genuinely, bro.
Up for auction is crazy.
up for auction is wild
How much do you got?
behavior.
What's the bid starting at?
Gentlemen in the chat, we got 500, 500. Do I have anybody for
Where's the
500?
bid starting?
Ray, we have 500 in the chat, 500 in the chat, super chat, 500, 500. Ray, we starting off at
Hey, drop
500.
that GoFundMe real quick.
You started way too low. You tripping off 500.
Soul said the bottle talking. Yeah. Look. Listen,
That bottle talking.
That's Ray talking. Ray
Yeah.
talking. And Ray meant what she said. Ray stand on business. You ain't been on. I've been on here before. Who was that said that?
Souls know you. He know he talking crazy. But we got one last question from the chat for y'all. All right. So Mal said, what type of man have you passed over that you would pursue now? Yep. Yeah. Who want to be the first to be honest? Come on. I know it ain't none of y'all. I know it ain't none of y'all. Let's go. Go ahead.
I'll go. I mean,
wait, hold on, Ray, because I know you ready. Hold on, Ray. Let's go to Sunny. She's been quiet for a little while. Come on.
I
Sunny.
won't say I passed over him, but I think that there was one relationship. As a matter of fact, it was with two of my children's father that I didn't, because I didn't know a lot. With my behaviors and the things that I didn't understand, and along with insecurities and being young, I messed that relationship up. I think as I aged and got older and understood that there were things that I was doing in that relationship that was not proper, was not appropriate, and it made, as we look for security in relationships, it made him insecure as well because some of the things that I was doing. So I wouldn't say it was somebody I necessarily passed over, but I would definitely say a relationship that I was in that could have led to marriage. He asked me to marry him. It didn't work out just simply because I couldn't rein in my feelings and emotions and my insecurities enough to see the error of my ways at the time and course correct in order to do what needed to be done. So
I think that count as passing over. I think it count. Yeah, I think it count. I appreciate you sharing that. That's what's up. So who's next? Come on. Don't know. I know we're not going to start the capping. Who's next? Ray, hold on. I'm coming to you last, Ray. I know you got one. I know. Yeah, I know. Momo, come on. Yup. Yeah, don't lie either, because you know I'm from around the way now. Come on.
I think that a previous relationship that I definitely probably could have gave a little bit more patience to, and understanding that like everything can't be my way, and not giving him the grace to really feel completely safe with me and vulnerable with me and accepted by me, because I'm so dominant, submissive in a way where it can be intimidating. And I think that my personality came off so strong-minded. I really didn't give him any leeway to be able to be the man that he really could have been. So, and he was a great guy, loved me, loved my kids, all around was just a really wonderful person. But the moment that something happened, I was like, I'm done. You know what I mean? And I think that, just to speak on, like she said, as you get older, you really don't see how sometimes you can come off as an asshole to other people. You know what I mean? And you really don't really see how hard it is to be with a woman with kids and a man who doesn't have kids. And he's coming into that dynamic and not giving him the grace to be able to ease into that and, really live up to everything. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I will be not the first one to say I've definitely missed out on some good ones for sure. Like, and probably dog walk their ass too out the door.
Oh, tell your truth. Tell your truth.
What I'm saying? So,
oh God.
Remember
this day.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit for real. You know what I'm
Them
saying?
nice
I'm
niggas,
on my
hey,
shit. But
all the
like I
nice
done had
niggas.
some nice ones that had to go. But I also done had some thug ones too that no, don't play with me. I'll hit your ass with a whole cop. Don't play. You know what I mean? So I think like as you get older, you just understand like, you know, what it is that you really want, what it is that you're looking for, and really just giving a man his grace, really to be his authentic self and to either accept it or love it or hate it or leave it. You know what I mean? But it ain't about me. Go ahead, proceed
Yep.
with caution. I want to hear what she got to say.
Kira, tell us about them or them. I hope it wasn't more than one. What happened?
No, all of the men I passed over, they where they need to be. I've been out, listen, I've been out the game for a long time, so my perspectives is different. You know,
you married? You married?
I've been with my husband since I was 19. So
there it is. Okay,
I locked in.
Classic.
Yeah, I locked that joint down ASAP. I was dating with intention, so I already knew what it was.
I love that for you, girl.
Yeah, nah,
I love that.
They need to be.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And Black Mona, any good men you passed on?
I'm gonna follow suit with Kira. I think that anyone that I've dated prior to what I have now are where they are. Like I don't think about the past because I wouldn't have what I have. So
would you say that you learned the lessons from those past to make you who you are today?
Yeah, definitely. I think that those past relationships have shaped and molded how I think in terms of what I want. And yeah, they definitely have.
So in a way, they did
look at
what you're interested in, even though they're not around anymore. I said, even though they're not around anymore, they did teach you in a way where you learn what to pursue for your next relationship. Because if they didn't, then you wouldn't have known.
The question was
from Miles.
The
he was
question was
saying
what?
what type of man have you passed over that you would pursue now?
Yeah, what type of man?
I mean,
no, like so, like you know, like you could have dated this person.
I wouldn't pursue any of those types of men that I've dated in the past. If that makes sense. Like, am I answering it correctly?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, I mean, if you so most of the men that you've dealt with have been men that you've dated, and you wouldn't double back, is what you're saying.
No.
I got you. Okay, Ray, give it to us. Tell us about them.
I agree with her and I agree with Kira. I just want to know, what's your Momo? How do you dog walk them? Give me some of your specialties, girl.
What? Hey, we not doing that. We not giving out no dog walking recipes.
You can text me, girl. Give me some.
We not giving out no dog walking recipes. Fellas, protect yourselves out here.
Call me.
Because this is the one that called gentlemen.
I'm just looking for new ways to
This is the one that called us predators, gentlemen. Understand what's going on here, gentlemen. She asking for dog walking advice and called us
predators. It takes a predator to know a predator.
Oh shit.
Classic. Wait, can I really quick? Can I just have to address this comment because I knew this was going to happen, and that's why I kind of didn't want to give my marital status.
Which one?
Somebody Sigma since 19. So what real adult experience you have in the dating world? I knew that was going to happen, but that's a great question. I gotta date my man every day.
Amen.
Like,
drop a classic bomb for that. Hold on.
Hold on.
That's a bar.
Listen,
that's a bar. Say it one more time, sis.
Look, I gotta date him every day.
Every day.
It's some real savages out here. Okay.
24/7. We have to do it better. We got to do it better every day. Every time we have sex with our husbands or our boyfriends or significant others, we got to top yesterday. Because it's a slut walk out here trying to take our good men. Okay.
Listen, and I'm not insecure by a long shot. I just understand what it is. I get life.
Period.
You know what I mean? Like, you as a married woman, it don't stop.
Facts.
It don't stop.
Like I always said, ladies that's listening, that listen to my content on the regular, I always say that there are two languages. There's the language of women that are wives or fit to be wives, and that is there is a language of women who will be chronically single and struggle in dating. And you're listening to wife talk.
Classic.
it's just for sure. Nah, listen. As soon as you start, I was like, "Are you married?" Yeah, yep. Somebody got her out the game. As my dog Uncle Plug would say, good women are unavailable, and good men. What do you say? Good men or good women ain't single, and good men are unavailable. Is what he always says. I don't know how true he always say it. Yeah, and then somebody said, How do you do that million personalities? Who you talking about? He said 403. Ray, somebody said they got $40 for you. I ain't gonna let you go for that low. Let me manage that thing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get
you ain't gotta manage shit over here.
You said it was 10%, bro.
You said she
you
said it was
working for free.
Listen, she said it was
never put it. I did. That was my mistake.
I'm just trying to
you
get
learn from your mistake.
I'm trying to make sure you get the bread all the way right.
Never get it for free again. Never.
Oh my God. I'm just trying to. Never mind. Okay. We keep the pimping offline. Demon, let's see. That other demo though. No dog walking. No, yeah, we're not doing the dog walking. But that's it, man. We gonna wrap it. We're not gonna do too much chat Q&A because I already kept y'all a little bit past what I promised. Do any of you ladies need to share where we can find y'all at? Any businesses y'all need to plug? We'll go from Kira and work our way over. Kira, you have anything you want to plug? Business or your socials, anything?
Yeah, you guys can just find me on all platforms at Shakira Sheree. That's it.
Perfect. And did you want to spell that for him? Shakira
Shakira Sheree. Sheree.
Got you. Perfect. Mona Lisa, anything, anywhere you want people to find you at? Anything you want to plug?
Just my business. I'm the owner of Through These Hands Massage Therapy. I'm located in the Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana as well. So, I have a Instagram Through These Hands on Instagram.
Perfect. Momo, anything you want to plug? Anywhere you want to let the people know to find you?
You can find me on my new page at Mixcloud, DJ Momo _baby, with an I, not a Y. And yeah, podcast coming next month. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, we are too. Can't wait. For sure.
And really quick, much love to all you beautiful queens. Thank you for having me. Sorry I was late. Enjoyed your conversation thoroughly. Y'all are amazing and dope.
For sure. Sonny, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I have very, very new Instagram page for my hopefully soon to be podcast. It's called Peanut _Gallery 28 on Instagram. And yeah, and I echo the sentiments of Momo. This was an awesome conversation. And like I said before, I always walk into situations willing to learn and also to educate. And I did both. I hope I did at least the educate part, but I absolutely learned a lot today. So much respect to everybody on the panel. And thank you, Classic, for having me.
Oh, for sure. Thank all of y'all. For sure. I always appreciate it. I love, I wanted to create a platform. I listen to a lot of panels with women on them, and the women start talking. And as soon as there's something that a man disagrees with, they start, it turns into interjecting and intersecting and intercepting, and it turns into a back and forth, and the women never get to land. So I wanted to create a platform where women get to finish what they're trying to say. Ray, anywhere you want us to catch up with you at? Anything you want to plug?
My Instagram is the.light __. I do have a daycare here in Atlanta just recently opened. It is called Serenity House. If you have kids here in Atlanta 2 and under, I am taking them right now. I have open availability. I don't think anybody in here is from Atlanta, but I do appreciate you guys. It was nice meeting you, Sunny, Momo.
I was born and raised in Atlanta.
Really? It gives. And you live where now?
I'm in I don't like to say where I live, but I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but born and raised in Decatur.
I have a daycare recently opened. And yeah, I gave my Instagram out, but only for men with bags. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Only for men with bags. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. Listen. Hey, we asked for honesty, fellas. There it is, in your face. Hey, now listen, after this, the one thing I do have to plug, slide over to the Raw Society Coalition channel. After this, we have another live stream. It's going to be a prelude to our live show that's coming up. The details for the live event are scrolling below. But if y'all will, slide over to the Raw Society Coalition channel after this live is over and catch our live stream. We're going to be answering some dope questions and topics and having a great discussion. It'll be the full coalition. So it'll be myself, Souls of Thought, Conversations with Soft Rain, Tez Down, and Uncle Plug. So I'm actually not done streaming for the night. I know y'all gonna be done, but tap in with us for sure. Get in the comments because we got another great conversation to have. And then also, it's at the Raw Society Coalition. It's on YouTube. Just go to that channel after this, Raw Society Coalition. The link is right here in the chat too. And you can also go to, if it's easier for you, go to Souls of Thought. His name right here. Go to his page. It'll stream there too. So
I see it now.
Yep. Yeah, so that's where our next stream will be as soon as this one ends. But other than that, I thank y'all ladies again. I hope that y'all enjoyed yourselves. I hope that y'all will all be willing to come back at different times. I try to do this once a month, but we may ramp it up to like, bi-weekly or something like that as it grows. All right. But yeah, man, for people that's watching, if y'all don't do nothing else, my last message is always stick to the codes. We got another class.
I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist, no stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank, southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things